Welcome again to Bent Out of Shape, your metal art do-it-yourself resource. I'm Dan, Sue's behind the camera. Today I wanted to spend just a couple of minutes talking. I was on Craigslist this morning like I am every morning, drinking my coffee, surfing Craigslist, and I saw a hydraulic unit on there, just like I bought back in the day when I built this. And I thought, boy, if a guy wants to start out in a business like this, not spend a fortune, that's how I did it. I built this before Bent Out of Shape. So we're gonna go through that in a minute. But if you like our content, please subscribe to our channel, give us the thumbs up, we'll keep doing this. So all the stuff you're gonna see today is homemade. Safety is optional when you're making things homemade. There's no guards, you just gotta use some discretion. So with that being said, what I started out with was a hydraulic tank, hydraulic pump. There's a 10-horse motor and a phase converter on it because it was a 3-phase motor. It's under this big table on rollers. But it is beefy and it's served me well. So one of the very first things I did with this table is I built this bender. And I can demonstrate it in a second. It bends almost anything you want. You can buy a $7,000 bender. Place in Wisconsin makes them. They're great. It'll do exactly what this thing does, but very accurately repetitious. Where this is a little more hit or miss, but for what I do, hit or miss is great. You don't want everything the same. So, drilled a lot of holes, did a little bit of welding, got that cylinder off of Craigslist from a guy. This has been a great thing. This bends my scrolls, and you're gonna see this stuff in action in future episodes. Just a homemade hydraulic motor on an I-beam with some sprockets and bearings. This stuff's all interchangeable on this 1-inch shaft with a keyway. It just slips on and off. Very valuable. Again, you can buy this stuff, but I made it. This was a $5 auction item. It is a rebar shear, and it was a hand model. These teeth can still be bought. I had some guys make some for me. Again, it's homemade, so don't be afraid to experiment a touch. Bought a cylinder. Surplus Center, greatest thing since sliced bread. They have got everything in here, and you will have it in a day or two, almost always. Great resource. Surplus Center, don't forget about it. Here's an old pneumatic leather press that I got on Craigslist. It came with a pneumatic cylinder. Well, I don't do air in this shop very much, so I bought a hydraulic cylinder. Again, if you look on that thing, it says Surplus Center on it. You can fit anything you want, and I use that thing for all kinds of bending. These are spinners that are going to get bent on here. Oh, let's see, what else do I do with it? I built this 10-foot brake, not out of complete necessity, more because I wanted to build it and to prove to myself that I could. But if you look at the hydraulic cylinders, again, all Surplus Center stuff. You can measure and fit anything to this. It's kind of like a treadmill. It's a great storage thing till you want it, but it's here. The hoses come over to here and power off of this thing. So I think that's all I really wanted to touch base on today, other than I'm gonna just demonstrate this a little bit, just to show how simple it is. Plugs in the straight single phase 220. But this will be the beginning of a bird neck. Eventually I'll finish the bird and you will see that on a future episode. So I'm going to show you the rebar shear. This thing has sheared tons and tons of rebar, especially 3/8. We use it a lot. 2 at a time. Just made this homemade little measuring device. You want 5-inch rebar, you put them there. They normally don't fly quite like that. But we just put a glove here and that stops them. But all homemade stuff. All homemade stuff, very functional for me, for bent out of shape. So, if you like this kind of stuff, you like my homemade gadgets, keep watching. We've got a lot more. Give us a like, subscribe to this channel. Thank you very much.